Hey guys, it's Carlos from Immortals Inc. podcast, and Mikey Stallings with me again.
It wouldn't have been right if you didn't say my last name. I would have said
it's going to be this series, and then I'll forget about it next time.
No, we got to use our stage names, so we can't forget. That's
I'm
the thing.
not calling you a stage name.
Anyways.
That never goes good, ever.
Anyways.
Today we're going to talk about Heroquest. It is not a new game. It is not something that we had, but I was able to find some, and we should have some this upcoming Wednesday.
So what video did you just show me before we made this?
I had to introduce Mikey to Heroquest through Bardic Broadcasts. If you've not seen this guy's Why Heroquest is the Greatest Game Ever, you need to go there. He's got, over 3 million views?
Yeah, I'll put his video link in the description.
Yeah, he is a funny guy and make you laugh. I laugh about it all the time when I watch it. I'll see it every once in a while, but tells you why Heroquest is the greatest game in a funny, satirical. Would you say satirical?
I don't think he's being satirical. I think that's just who he is.
I will never be that funny, nor will I be that creative. The big thing when it came out was it had this great board game. It had miniatures you could use, and it showed the characters and the creatures and the characters. And it had little furniture that came with it, and you actually went on quests. There's a quest book, where you open the board game, the book would show you where the furniture and the monsters are. And one guy was like the DM or the dungeon master, the guy who monitored it, ran the game. And he had a little screen and everything, and it would tell you all the monsters on there and how much damage they do and what they do and how the turn works. And the players would then just use the 4 characters that came with it. I think it's the classic barbarian, obviously, magic user, thief, and probably cleric or healer or religious figure of some sort.
It's funny too, because if you look at the HeroQuest box compared to the dungeon box, I feel like there's some similarities, but not quite. I mean, if you know what I mean, because I just remember the Hell Portal. I mean, it kind of gives that same vibe in the original cover behind you.
Yeah, I mean, in the the one behind me, this is the updated one, right?
That is the one behind you is the first edition.
The first edition?
Yeah.
All right. So the second edition, which they just released this year, it had a huge Kickstarter. It got funded. They were looking for $1 million. I think they ended up with like $5 or $6 million, some obnoxious amount of money. And everybody got what they wanted, but it's almost the same artwork. They just kind of copied it and updated it.
I just put it next to your face.
Did you? That's cool. But yeah, it's cool. But the cover itself is what sells the game. Here you got this barbarian fighting, orcs coming in from behind you, and your support team behind you, like just getting wailed on while you're standing there in a cool pose. But you can play those 4 guys, and what it is, I think you always play the 4 guys. Like even if there's one player, you still play the 4 guys. 4 characters, and you just go through these adventures and get these quests, and it was a lot of fun. It was a fun evening that was simple, and it was easy, and it was just good to go.
How long did a session last?
I can remember you could play this for a couple hours, and it's an evening's worth of gaming.
Can you do like one quest and then stop and then like
you just do one quest and do the next one, and then you could do it for days, or if you had a whole evening, you could probably get a couple 3-4 quests under your belt. On to the next, but they also could be replayed. You know what I'm saying? Like once you finish it, you just go back and play it again and play it again. That's why a lot of these boxes are beat up, the older ones, because people played it a lot. Like you look at games with older games and they have a beat up box, or it looks all just trashed. That's because people liked it, so they played it a lot, so it got damaged. It's hard to find those copies, the old copies that are new or in good shape. Like me, I have like I told you in another game, I'm a collector, so. Of course.
Just a slight collector.
Yeah, just a slight collector. So I have my nice copy of Heroquest, the old one here. But look, even the nice copy, the corners blown out, but everything inside is really nice. The new Heroquest is coming out. It's a smaller box, but it's the same kind of contents. They have like the miniatures. All the miniatures are there. All the furniture is there. The rules are kind of, I think, the same. I watched a few videos. I haven't played the new one yet.
When is this game going to hit our store? The new HeroQuest.
It should be here Wednesday, the 2nd.
Because you showed me some of the eBay stuff. This is crazy.
Like eBay? Yeah. Those are Kickstarter special versions. The price tag, I think, is going to be I hate to say, it's either $124.99 or $129.99 for the new one when it comes. So it's a little more pricey than what the other video I did of Dungeon, which is $20. But you get a lot more in this game, and it's a lot meatier, and it's a lot deeper. So if you were a classic player of this game, like you played it when you were a kid, you're going to want to play this game again. It's the same game, I guess. It's just all fun. no nonsense.
So if I play Dungeon, I'm like, oh, this is trash now. This is so boring.
Yeah, if you
this.
Yeah, that's a good explanation. Like, hey, I've played Dungeon like for 2 years, and I'm not feeling fulfilled. What's the next step up from that? I don't want to play D&D role playing game because that seems hard. I want something that's next that I can really sink my teeth into. Heroquest is what you want to get. It's a high price tag. That's my only thing. That's my problem with it. But
and why is it so loved by people? Like, why do people just like go crazy over this? Like, you told me it's a classic.
Because it was the only thing at the time, and it's not like it's the only thing in a bad way. But it came out with Milton Bradley, so it's like family board games and everything, and it was like everybody could buy it, everybody had it. It was the game that we played, and everybody talked about it. So the memories associated with it are often what makes it a classic game or a good game. So don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's flaws or rules errors or there's issues. You know what I'm saying? Like even in that Bardic video, oh my God, I lost it. I was watching another video. I'm going to nerd out for a minute. This guy was talking about it, and they talk about, I like the roll to move because that's random. Like you're going to roll your dice, and that's how many spaces you can move. Then some guy was like, I don't know, I like this rule. And, he's kind of going off about it. You should have set movement. And set movement just means you're calculating where you're going to go and what's going to happen already. Like, I'm not like that. I'm not that smart. I don't want to calculate it. I want the randomness of it. Hey, I'm going to try and get to that door over there. Roll the dice and whoa, I'm halfway there. So now I'm stuck in the middle of the hall and I got to deal with that. To me, that's more fun than say, okay, I'm going to calculate this out as I go. Like, I don't know, smart people.
So you just like going with the flow, basically.
Yeah, I like going with the flow. Like, okay, what am I going to do here? I'm going to go over there. I'm going to be heroic. Because if you make it, man, it's great. You roll that. You need 10. Say you roll 2 6-sided dice and the most you can get is 12. And say it's 10 spaces away. Like, well, I'm going to try and make it there. Your percentage of getting there is slim. But if you do, that's when you laugh and you jump up and you just go crazy for a minute because you made it. If you don't, then you're like, oh my God, we got to deal with that. And everybody else is like, oh crap, what are we going to do? Then you have to readjust to it and everything like that. But that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it a hero's quest.
I mean, yeah, nothing against the tryhards, but I mean, I can't calculate where I want to go either. Like, I'm going to be like, oh, I need to go here. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not just going to calculate it though.
I want to, like I equate, and in no way am I, don't want to alienate anybody who likes those kind of games with the set numbers, like chess. Chess, that's the moves. Everybody knows what the moves are, and they're all set, and this is what you have. You have a finite amount of possibilities. With the dice roll, you can it adds a sense of randomness to it, and it increases the different things that could happen. And to me, that's more exciting than actually trying to work it out. Like, you ever play Zombicide yet?
No.
So Zombicide's set movements. So then you can kind of calculate that. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, somebody yell at me. I know but a lot of those games are set movements. So you're like, okay, my guy can move 4 places or 4 inches or 4 spaces. Now you're going to calculate the rest of the movement from that. Like, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. And it's almost a lot of thinking. I'm like, no, I want to go over there and roll the dice and maybe I make it, If I don't, then I'll deal with that when I get there. To me, that's a lot more fun. But that's probably, I go back to your original question, that's probably why people remember it, because it was available. Everybody had it. They play with their kids. You play with your friends. And now
it's popular because of that reason, right?
Well, yeah, because like an example would be you play when you were a kid, like 80s. So like it'd be like grandparents playing with their grandkids, or older parents playing with their kids they just had. They get to that age of like, hey, I want to share this game. I want to share this memory. I want to share this adventure. I want to share this moment so that we have something to remember. Which is why people like me pay for overpriced for old board games, to capture that for a moment.
You ever play Mario Party?
No.
Let me take you to my world.
Okay, that's my daughter's world also.
Well, yeah.
Ariana.
Well, there we go. We got some in common.
Yeah,
it reminds me of that.
Yeah, okay? I know that. Yeah, like she'll like, I want to get this Mario Party. I was thinking about it, and she's like, in fact, she was just talking about buying a system, and it was like a lot of money just to play Mario Kart. I'm like, why would you do that?
It was probably a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, and I was like, no, it was an old system.
Oh, okay.
I was like, why would you do that? And before I could, before it came out, finished talking or saying that, I realized, oh, she does this for the same reason I do it.
Yeah.
It's there and it was fun.
It's like Mario Party, Heroquest, which balances.
Yeah, I do remember Mario Party, and I've been to a few conventions where they still play, competitive Mario Party. That's the one with the racing, right?
Mario Party's the one where it's actually like a board game. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they have racing in it, but it's like a board game, and it's a big board game. It reminds me of Heroquest, but it's probably nothing like it at all.
There is that's blasphemy.
Besides Bowser,
besides
Bowser being a dragon,
not a dragon.
Wait, what is he?
Turtle.
Is Bowser a turtle?
Hey guys, until next time. See you later.
See you guys.
Baby, it's 4:30 and my whole world is I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down.